Okay, I went and did a search on the internet and found that you just can't buy this bottom piece by itself. You have to buy the complete set. And I'm not spending $350 because I need one cushion. What am I going to do with the other three? So that's silly. So what I decided to do is to support this a little better, add some bolster, and bring it in and glued it back together. I added a couple little supports inside. I don't know if you can see little supports here. There's one underneath the bottom here. Kind of glued it together in hopes that this will work. I don't see why it wouldn't. The listing wire is really tight down there now. Before you could pull it up a good ½ inch, and I knew that was going to mess things up. The only way to see if it's really going to work is to go get my seat cover and attempt to put it on here. So I just thought I'd show you that's what I did. I just added basically an inch of extra foam to help me. I know it's been broke down, and I can see it's already had repairs before, and I'm hoping this will take care of my problem. But that was my solution. Okay, I want to touch base on something else. I went out and got my bottom seat cover here, which obviously is going to go on there. Hopefully everything will work out for me here in just a little bit. I hope, fingers crossed. But on these, there's a listing wire that goes around here. Well, the new ones don't come with that wire. You have to put it in yourself. Most people take the old one out of their other one and they'll put it in there. Or buy a new one, which you can wait for it and wait for it, but I'm on these now and I'm not going to wait around for it. What I did on my other one is I looked at this and seen that it's just a wire with paper wrapped around it. It's a thin wire. And I went ahead and got a micrometer out and checked the size of that with the paper wrapped around it. I thought, well, what else can I use? And I went to my local Ace hardware store and I picked this up. This is a wire inside with plastic coating. And I use this on my other seat. I can fish that around in there. It's exactly the same diameter. And it ought to have some protection against corrosion, which I don't think it ever will, but the other one's rotted out. So all I do is I'll start this, kind of straighten it out a little bit. I think this is actually used for like shrubs and things. You want to hold them up, trees, stuff like that. But this is really great listing wire. And all you got to do is fish it around inside there. The best part is you can buy a roll of 50 feet. 50 feet of this. If you guys ever bought that other listing wire with the paper around it, seriously, you're throwing your money away. It's like crazy expensive. I mean, 50 feet cost me 10 bucks, $9.99. There it is, out the other side. So you gotta do, snip it. Now I got my listing wire in there. And trust me, that's gonna hold. It's the same diameter, so I didn't change the diameter at all. And that's how I change my listing wire. Just like that. And this, like I say, will go over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to put that wire down with the other wire down in the bottom. You're going to work this down. And kind of get it centered up. Make sure you're where you ought to be before you actually start knocking this thing down. And you want to start in the front center. There's a little mark there. They got the center already marked for you, but you don't know, like I say, get it centered, because you don't want it all centered. You know, take your time, work with it a little bit. I'm gonna go grab some hog rings and the pliers. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. One other thing I wanted to show you. I only have 4 hog rings left that I had purchased with the pliers. I did this on my cutlass, and it works for me. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but obviously these are called hog rings. It's what you use for your upholstery. The pliers will snip them together. But you also know hog rings are used by farmers. Put the tags on the ears or whatever. And they're basically about the same size. And I can go down to my farm and fleet store and buy a box of these for almost nothing. I mean, compared to these hog rings from the farm and fleet, cheaper, much, much cheaper. They're a little tougher to bend over. They're not as thin. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they work great. So if you run out of hog rings and you don't want to wait around for 3 or 4 days to order some, and you're like, man, I got to wait 3 days to do my upholstery now, just go down to your local farm and fleet. They're going to have these hog rings there. They're even going to sell the pliers. So, you know, in a bind, go with these. So I'm going to get started on this. I got it pretty well centered. Make sure it feels pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to try to hook this. There it is. It's hooked. Got it on that listing wire down there. And all you're going to do is keep moving right around that. Just like that. And yeah, you're going to miss some. Just cut them back out, move on. I've missed many doing all this so far. Get the front in there. I'll continue working around this, get these hog rings in, and I'll be back. Tell you, I'm starting to really hate this camera. It cut out on me. What I did is I finished this up. Then all I did was pull this cover all the way over and keep working the foam down. Get those corners and stuff pushed down nice and tight so that when you get it done, it looks like this. See, that looks really, really good. Not bad at all. So that's where I am at that point, which is good. I like it. Looks good. So what we're going to do is go find the base and get that together. And I'll show you how to put that springs in there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put these new springs in. They come like this in a bag. I think the bag's harder to open than anything. You get the little spring thing, like that. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in here and hook it into all those springs back there first. It's like that. And you're going to pull it forward. And it's not real easy, but you can do this. Until it latches. say it's not easy, but it can be done. For me, it's easier to use a tool. There we go. Springs are in. It's that simple to replace those broken, worn out springs. Okay, let's continue on this bottom part. My bottom here, my new springs in. Now we're going to take this, I'm going to set it on here. You can almost line it all back up. I say almost. It's not too bad. These have little plastic ridges. They'll go over and flip under and lock this seat down. I think you've seen how I took it apart. Hey, those are not locking very well. It's kind of a surprise. This one don't want to be my friend. There it went. Little persuasion. That's how that goes. I think if I attach that, attach this extra. I'm pretty sure that extra goes up here to this. Not liking this bolster right here. You have to work on that a little bit. That's called a miss. And you'll have those. There we go. Got that one. Starting to think maybe I should attach that back here. They give me more in the back. Pretty sure though they attach up here, so. Couple more. Can't seem to get my shit together. Like that. Over. Let's pull it tight. Back here in the back, there's two little areas right there. That's where this attaches to. These little dinky. So you have to get it over to there. So. we go. Bottom portion's done. All we gotta do is go grab the backrest portion. Might put one more in the center there. There we go. That's very nice. All right. Set this aside and go find the rest of it. One other thing on these seats, you got these two pins on the side for your seats to attach to each other. So all you want to do, make a little slit. Just take your time, don't do anything crazy. That's all you're going to do. There's one on the other side too. Just like that. That's all you want to do. Nice and simple. No big deal. Okay, this one too gets that wire put in it, right through here and around. It's the same way as the others are. You just slide it through there, like I just showed you a little bit ago. It's no big deal. For some reason it doesn't want to uncoil very well. You know what? I don't like that little sharp tip. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. So in shut. Isn't that cool? There we go. That's how you put the listing wire in.